Thank you, Michael, and apologies, gentlemen, for the background noise. Tyler, I think you can take this one first if you want. A lot of people on the outside are talking about the significance of these games and how, they're the last sort of official competitions with the full A squad before the World Cup, because the Gold Cup, not everybody's going to be there. And I wonder if you guys see that as a similar milestone. Obviously, it's a trophy to win and to defend, but do you sort of see it as the same milestone as people on the outside do? Or is that just a thing for people on the outside because there's going to be plenty more games? There's still games to come before now and next summer. Thanks.
Yeah, there's definitely still a lot of games to come. Obviously, with Gold Cup, without looking too far ahead, obviously Gold Cup in the summer. But like you said, yeah, it's hard to say because there will be players that I'm sure won't be involved in Gold Cup in the summer. But it is something for us to defend as well. Obviously, winning Nations League now 3 times, winning it a 4th time would be something special. New faces in the squad that haven't had the opportunity to raise a trophy before, so giving them that feeling. But we're trying to create a winning culture as always. So anytime you have the opportunity to play competitive games, super important.
Next will be Stephen Goff from the Washington Post.
Hey guys, thanks for your time. For Tyler, what's it like to be in camp for the first time in quite a while, and how you think what your observations are of Mauricio, how he's getting the group together with time running out towards a World Cup.
Yeah, good to be back in camp for the first time. Obviously, yeah, new manager. I've had a bunch of different managers in my career, and now to be able to work with another great one like Mauricio is a huge honor. I'm excited to understand the processes and his thinking and the way that he looks at the game. But obviously, having competed with some of the teams that he's managed before, I know what a couple of the styles of plays that he plays. So yeah, it's exciting. But like you said, yeah, before we know it, we're going to blink and the World Cup is going to be here. So we want to take every training session, every opportunity that we have together with significance and continue to build.
Next will be Lakin Littman.
Thanks, Michael. Tyler, this is also for you. Wondering just kind of what you make of Diego Luna. He's one of just 6 holdovers from the January camp roster. And last time we saw him play for the national team, of course, he had that bloody nose and made a play and showed a lot of toughness. So I know it's only been a few days of training, but what's it like to just kind of to train with him? What have you observed? Have you ever watched him play games before, be it for club or country? And yeah, just what do you make of him as a player? Thank you.
Yeah, yesterday was our only training so far, so I've trained with him 1 time. Yeah, if he's here, he deserves to be here. I follow MLS and I watch whatever games I can, obviously having come from MLS, so I know a lot of familiar faces, and whenever I have the opportunity to watch, I will. I watched a little bit of the January camp friendly against Venezuela. Was it Venezuela? Thank you. Against Venezuela, and yeah, he looks to be a good player. He's a special type of player. I think in today's game, those creative players, you're finding less and less of them. A number 10, a guy that can play on the wing as well. He just gives something different to the team. So yeah, I'm excited to play with him and have an opportunity to play with him, and yeah, see what he's about.
We'll go to Jeff Carlisle from ESPN FC.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, guys. Question for either one of you. Obviously, there are some political overtones heading into this game. Especially in Panama. With Trump's vow to retake the canal and all that. Is that something that you're cognizant of? And are you concerned at all that it's going to give Panama additional motivation? I mean, has that crept into your heads at all?
Well, me personally, I love every country. I'm a very diverse person. Come from lots of backgrounds, experience lots of cultures, and then once we get on the field, they're our rivals. It's our game, it's our sport, it's our job to at the end of the day beat them, and then afterwards they're people like us, and I love every culture.
Next will be Paul Tenorio from The Athletic.
Thanks, Michael. Apologies for the background noise here, guys. I was wondering if you could just kind of give your impressions of what makes Josh Sargent an effective striker. He's obviously in great form right now with Norwich and started the first couple games at the World Cup, contributed to that first goal. Hasn't scored since 2019 with the U.S., which seems a bit crazy, but just what are your impressions of him and how he contributes as a striker to this team? Thank you.
Should I go? Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Josh is a top striker. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him. I think he's underrated. A lot of people need to speak about him more. He's doing a lot of stuff week in, week out, and throughout a few seasons now in the championship. So no, he's a great talent, strong striker, a great finisher, great guy to have in the team as well. So yeah, I just hope that he keeps this up in the future and also gets more goals for the national team.
Next will be Seth Bertelny from Goal.com. Sorry, Pro Soccer Wire. Apologies, Seth.
No worries. Thanks, Michael. This one's for Tyler. For the last couple of years, your health has been, up and down, and you faced questions about your injury status, and so I feel like it's only fair to give you a positive health question because the last 2 or 3 months for you, you've been playing almost every week for your club, and I wonder how important it's been for you to start to get these week in, week out starts and get your rhythm back as a player.
Yeah, I mean, I think every player, whether healthy or not, needs rhythm in their schedule and consistency. And obviously, now that I found consistency, I knew that's all it would take. So for me, there was never a doubt that I'd get back to the level that I'm at. It just took longer than expected. So yeah, trying to stay in the present moment, stay consistent with everything that I've been doing. But yeah, I feel obviously a lot more robust now, just playing consistently.
Next will be Hector Lazzeri.
Thanks, Michael. It's Hector Lazzeri from Car Sports. This one is for Yunus. I wanted to ask you about Milan. In this winter, you got a new teammate, but it's a rival here in CONCACAF in Santiago Jimenez. I wanted to ask you about his first months over there, what's going on with him as a striker, and also if you and Christian maybe have a little bit of a wager or a trash talk with him about this upcoming Nations League tournament. Thanks.
Yeah, Santi is a great teammate to have in the changing room, great guy. There's a lot of banter going on in the dressing room, obviously, that he's Mexican and we're American, so that's a funny rivalry to have in the changing room, but like he's a great guy, so I'm sure when I see him against Mexico, it'll be nice. We did have a bit of trash talk as well about the games. Hopefully we meet in the final, and it'll be a great time to play against each other, and then hopefully we get the trophy and get back to Milan and be able to talk about that,
We'll take a few more questions and continue with Ryan Talmadge from Goal.com.
Thank you, Michael. This one's for Tyler. Michael mentioned at the top of the call that Yunus is a man of many positions and whatever he's listed out on the roster, and you're one of the guys here who's played with him throughout his whole journey. What have you seen from him and his growth throughout that journey, and as someone who's gotten to play alongside him, what are the things that he adds to this team regardless of where he's playing?
Yeah, love speaking about people when they're right next to me. We knew that when he came in and was making the decision of which country he'd like to represent, that he'd be an amazing addition to the team. He's not only obviously an unbelievably talented player, but a great person in the changing room as well. He's grown so much over the years since we first started playing together, almost, 4 or 5 years ago now, probably. And yeah, obviously you could see with his transition into Milan, a well-deserved move that he's continuing to grow. So whatever position he plays, he adds something valuable. Obviously, we've played in the midfield together and during the World Cup, so we have a great relationship together and we balance each other well. But yeah, whatever position he plays, he's going to add something valuable to the team.
Next will be Donald Wine from Stars and Stripes.
Thank you, Michael. Hey, Tyler. Hey, Yunus. Good to see you both again. And as you guys know, when U.S. and Panama kind of take the field, normally a lot of things happen. It's chippy. There's testy moments. Lots of cards, wild moments. And approaching this match, has that been part of the preparation? And how hard is it sometimes to stay focused on the game plan when you have those chippy moments or moments where the other team gets under your skin?
You've gotten red card recently.
Yeah,
Let's talk about it.
I think it's tough sometimes to to manage to stay in, to keep your cool sometimes. When you're in the heat of the game, things are going against you sometimes, and the players get under your skin. It's very tough to manage, but as from recent experiences, you have to learn that it's not worth getting angry over. It could end up costing your team. So at the end of the day, if you win your battles, if you win your tackles, one-on-ones, and beat them, that's the best outcome, best way to get under their skin, you know.
Next will be Cesar Hernandez.
Hey guys, this question's for Tyler. You're now back in camp after the Copa America. I'm curious about how different the current camp feels under a new manager and under a new leader like Pochettino. Thanks.
Yeah. Again, it's been 2 days since I've been in camp, and obviously my first camp with him. But yeah, it does feel different. We've had a few conversations and kind of just the way he communicates with people and the way he's spoken about the game. You could tell we're just trying to build an important culture into the team, and I think that's the goal. There's transparency. There's a few things that he really values. One of the biggest things being respect to your teammates, staff, all the support staff, every single person that makes these opportunities possible. We have a very good team here and a very good support team here. So it's about supporting each other in the right way and continuing to grow.
Last question today comes from Andrew Jones.
Thanks, Michael. As always, first for you, Eunice, what's been your favorite individual moment so far this season at Milan? And since Zio Credelli, the popular Italian personality, had the funny moment with Christian scored a goal last season, do you ever in the locker room have that moment of that chant that he says with Pulisic, sick, in terms of those good vibes, Christian? And just for you, Tyler, what's been your favorite tackle and assist at Bournemouth this season? And a belated first birthday to your son right there.
Thank you. I think my favorite moment of the season was winning the trophy, the Super Cup in Saudi, winning against Juve and then beating Inter. That was a very nice week for us. That was the best moment of the season for sure at Milan. And then regarding Christian, there's a lot of different things commentators say. That one. Also when Christian always scores those goals for our comebacks and stuff, our commentator, the Milan one, is very passionate, and we always watch the videos back. So we enjoy watching them back.
Yeah, for me, I barely remember what I did yesterday. So tackle or assists don't get many of them. So when I do, it's a good feeling. And then tackles, too many to remember.